Murph, what are your pitching plans for tomorrow?
Yeah, Ashby's going to start. Yeah. What's his first name? Aaron? Aaron, I just call him Ashby. I've known him for how many years has he been with us?
This is fifth year.
Fifth year? I just known him as Ashby.
Will Priester follow?
Huh?
Priester following?
So now you want to know who's pitching and then who's coming in the game after that?
Yes.
Do you want to know who's substituting in the fifth inning?
I guess that.
All right, no, no, I don't know if Priester will be next. I really don't.
Third row?
Murph, can you give us an update on where Jackson is with his hamstring?
I can't give you a definitive, but I know that we're going to test some things today. He's going to be out there today. I don't know that he'll do much, but the MRI came back and it's inconclusive and it's not a serious hamstring strain, but it's not necessarily something that won't limit him. So we're going to kind of see how he feels. He's going to go through some testing, and if he feels anything, we're going to shut it down. Adam. Oh, you got pushed aside, Adam.
It's not a game two question. I don't know if the timing is odd. I hope you don't mind. But if council wouldn't have left, were you content in your role? Would you have just done that open-endedly, or were you itching to manage?
That's out of left field, isn't it, a little bit? Yeah. Was I itching to manage? Yeah. Yeah, I wanted, I wasn't content. Yeah, I mean, I love what we had going. We had a good run here. But I knew it was coming to an end at some point. We're going to do something different. So I didn't know for sure. I had been contacted by some teams over the years about the managing position. Yeah, so I was not itching to do it, but I was hoping that it would happen. I kind of let go a little bit, like in terms of like pursuing things. When you let go, I think you sometimes have a better chance. Now we're getting deep in the weeds here, but you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when you're anxious to do it, yeah, I want to do it. I want to do it bad. I want to just get in here, interview for this job. Hey, can you call him? Can you call him? Do you know him? Blah, blah, blah. I'm the best guy. I can prove it. When you kind of let all that go, it's kind of a better way, I think. It happens more authentically, and then I think more good things can happen, and you can keep yourself more centered when you do that. So I kind of let go of that, I'd say 2020, 21. Yeah. Does that answer that, or you want some more? Adam, you certainly had something.
Murph, on Churio, one of the things since he's come back is that there's that sort of mental hurdle about not wanting to experience that big pop again. How challenging is that for a player who feels a little tweak and now you're trying to figure out how to move forward?
Yeah, I think that plays into it, definitely. You never know how much. Jackson's a super tough kid. He's a great competitor, and when you've never been injured before and you're 20-some years old, that's early 20s, and then all of a sudden you have a major injury, and then you miss a month, then you come back and you're kind of fighting through the am I really 100% healthy type thing, and trusting people around you and all that kind of stuff. I think that comes into play. And then you feel it again, oh God, so yeah, I think that's probably in there. But how we could measure that, I don't know. Although let's get the R&D team on it. They measure everything else.
Second row, Steve.
Isaac Collins had a great rookie year for you. The last month or so offensively, his average kind of tailed off. How much was that just teams adjusting to him, or what do you think was causing his issues over the last month or so?
I think it's very common in professional sports, much less baseball. Batting average isn't the indicator for us, You saw what Isaac Collins did yesterday. He ball striked it. He got called out on a backdoor cutter, a great pitch by their pitcher, and then hit a ball 107 miles an hour and didn't get anything for it. made some plays in the outfield, and he was a big contributor for us. Yes, his last half, like other guys I could pick out, last half or last month wasn't so great. So you could do that in a lot of cases. But the fact that Churio came back and was able to play squeezed him a little bit playing time. He wouldn't have made the team if we were 100% healthy coming out of spring training. Thank God he did, and thank God he did what he did for us. You know, he was great for us all year, and will continue to contribute.
Murph, if Churio can't go tomorrow, would Collins be the guy that slots in?
Yeah, most likely. Most likely.
Adam?
Murph, the last couple of days, we're trying to get your lineups, we're trying to get your pitching plans, we're trying to figure out Churio, and you're trying to push those answers as long as possible, right? How much of this time of year, especially against a very familiar foe, is trying to keep as many of the few secrets left between these teams a little bit secret?
Yeah, I don't think lineups and starting pitcher, I mean, everybody kind of knows what the other guy's going to do, give or take a guy or two. You know what I mean? You kind of, you know, I don't think it's as strategic as you guys are making it, you know? The Ashby thing, so what are they going to say? Well, okay, Ashby, he hasn't thrown a complete game this year. He's probably not going to throw 95 pitches. But if someone would ask me that question, I'd say, you know, he could go as long as we want him to. You know what I mean? But knowing if you're following our team, that's just an answer that really is saying you don't follow our team, so you wouldn't know the answer to that, you know? But I don't think there's as many secrets as you think. It's not as strategic as you think. We're going to have plenty of time to prepare because we're so familiar with the player that we're preparing for. You know?
Second row?
Speaking of Ashby and the year that he's had, what do you think is the key or one of the specific things that's led to his success consistently throughout the season?
Yeah, I mean, he's, you know, he's matured, you know, and he's realized that he can. His confidence level is went up. He realizes, wow, I'm pretty good. And I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, I know what it takes for me to be good, and very consistent. He's a diligent worker. He loves to throw, and that enables him. And he's found the role for him that he really likes, you know. So, yeah.
Hey, Murph, during the season, you say you normally don't like breaks. You like the rhythm going. So you have a break today. What does this do for your team looking forward?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure the break today was necessary, you know, but I mean, it's the schedule. So there's no complaining and explaining. So we'll take it. It was an emotional day yesterday, I think, for a lot of people, getting back and playing, but being in the rhythm's important. So, yeah.
Steve, first row.
Well, last one was out of left field. This is out of right field, I guess. But
Here we go.
they
Front row.
like to call this place Wrigley North, not the Cubs, but, you know, fans, media, Chicago. I'm sure it's not ill-natured, maybe a little like trash talky, but it meant in fun. What do you hear when you hear this place called Wrigley North, and how do you characterize this environment for, you know, big games compared with elsewhere in baseball?
Yeah. So the part about Wrigley North, I've never had anybody say that to me. I guess I probably have heard it before. Yesterday wasn't Wrigley North. There just didn't seem as many Cubs fans here. And the second part of the question was, how do I rate the environment? Because they're cheering for us, I think it's a great one. You know, there's a lot of great environments out there. We just came from San Diego at the end of the season. It was a great environment. LA's got a great environment. Philadelphia's a great environment. Atlanta can be a great environment. There's so many great environments in Major League Baseball. Seattle, Houston, you know, there's just so many. We've been so lucky. I'm lucky because, you know, you get to go around to these parks as a somewhat competitive team, and they come out to see you play and want the home team to beat you. So there's like some great environments we've been part of, really great ones, you know. But this one I can only judge from my standpoint that it's like it's they're cheering for us, so it seems like, wow, this is more comfortable. But when it comes right down to it, it's what's crazy is you know, you don't focus on it all that much, you know, but it does have an effect, especially when you're playing in a stadium that there's very few people there, and it feels like spring training, or it feels like, you know, the COVID year, you know, and we've been in a couple of those too. So, but no, there's some great road environments. I wouldn't pick one as the best. They all have their own little twist to it. But, yeah, it's great. Toronto, great environment. Yeah, it's fun.
Third row, Todd.
Murph, Imanaga's a guy you've seen 3 times already this year. If you can think back, what are kind of some of your takeaways from the times you did face him?
He's good. You know, his heater, the number on the board, his heater plays way up from that. You know, if it says 91, the hitter sees it as 95 to 96, you know. He's got a great breaking ball, great split. Seems like a great character. You know, he seems like a little, I don't know. I feel like he's a great character of the game and a real successful pitcher. And they went out and got him, spent a lot of money on him, and he deserves it. He's been great. He's been here 2 years, is that right? And he's had 2 great years, in my opinion.
Murph, when they do the pregame chalk lineups, why don't you shake your players' hands?
When we do the pregame,
When you line up on the first baseline,
yeah,
all the players come running down, they give their teammates high fives, and then you stare Blake Perkins in the eye and
don't shake his hand.
don't shake his hand. Why do you do that?
It's tradition. You know, it's been a tradition. I've done it for 10 years now. Whenever we've had introductions, I just think I call it happy horse manure. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of happy horse. It sounds better when I use the other word, but I'm not going to use it because I don't use that kind of language, public setting. But it's just like a lot of happy horse shit. You know what I mean? Like we got a lot of this, you know, and then you go down the line, shake their hands, and then they go warm up, and then they come in the dugout and you shake their hands and you do some crazy handshake with them. You know what I mean? And I'm like, this is a lot of happy horse shit. Let's play the game, you know? And it's kind of tradition. And then if you remember way back, I don't know what year, Arcia like punched me really hard in the chest, almost knocked me down. Yelly's kind of doing that, but he knows it. Yelly's been here since then. So some players like Vaughn was like so sincere. He didn't know it. Some guys forget, but yeah, I never go down and shake their hands. I just go right to the line. And I don't know. I didn't know you noticed. I didn't think anybody noticed.
Yeah.
Fourth row, Andy.
Hey, Murph, to use your phrase,
Great question. That was really part of this game too. I love it.
to use your phrase, like happy horse shit has become way more common among players. Like they all
We're
have
bleeping this out, right? It's bleep.
the handshakes and the dances at second base, and it's just like part of the game. Like from your perspective, how did you come to just accept that and not, infringe on their individuality with that stuff?
Yeah. I mean, again, who am I to like say how it should be done? You know what I mean? I didn't play in the big leagues. I didn't, I don't think I have any right to dictate how things should be done, but, I err on the side of it's not about you. Don't make it about you. But if you do, have fun with it, do nothing to impact another team. Don't hurt another team in any way. Don't draw attention to put them down or to make them look bad or something like that, Don't embarrass a pitcher or don't try to, And I think it's kind of cool, like Lindor, I tell the story all the time. Lindor hit a homer against the Braves last year to get him in, and I was so impressed. And I don't know the guy, I wave at the guy before the game, whatever, and I don't know the guy, but I'm guaranteeing you, he's a good teammate. And he hits the homer, one of the biggest moments of the year for the Mets, 2024, and just puts his head down, circles the bases, no bat flip, no look at me, none of that. And again, guys that want to do that, I never hit a home run in the big leagues, so I don't know what that feels like. It's probably pretty exhilarating. But, I like guys that hit it and go, but do something with their bat. They can be expressive if they want, but, or they can stand there and watch it. If you hit like a Pedro Alvarez, 2014 homer at 490 and you hit it in the river, I can see you looking at it for a second. Not too long, and then circle the bases, and so that's just my preference. I don't begrudge these guys from doing whatever they want to do. I love the emotion, the kid, the blue-haired kid, the way he plays with emotions. I love that. I mean, it's part of our game.
Any last ones for Pat?
Japanese writer, nothing. You got nothing. Come all this way, you don't ask me a question. Oh. Bam. That's good. I'm going to go get you one right now.
That's good.
All right.
Really good at hiding it.
I got two kids, 10 and 6. You want to come in my office right now and see what'll make you stressed out? If Jackson doesn't eat the right amount, he gets cranky, and then it's a tough day. That's stress, I'm grateful for what I do. I'm grateful. I get nervous like everyone else. I get uptight and all that kind of stuff. But you see me after a loss, I'm messy. These guys, there's only two of us. After a loss, there's only two guys in here, most times. Sophia doesn't even show. She's like, get the hell with you. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get like that. I get really, it hurts. Every loss hurts. And before the game, I was nervous yesterday, and that's just all part of it, But this stuff is fun for me. I like you guys, and it gets me in a good place when I get to sit and chat with guys and people I don't know that well and people that are, familiar. I love these guys that hang out every day and talk to me and then write shit I never see. And it's beautiful because they come in the next day tippy-toeing like I wrote that he was an idiot or that he did whatever. And I never see it. So how would I know? And then I treat him just the same. That's how Kurt and I are such good friends. What do we got? What are we doing, Mearsy? Who you got with you? Who else is over there?
You got Ash, you got Mears. Nice group.
McGill, you're with us?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm in here, but I'm not getting fined.
All right. Do you get a fine if you say no?
I heard.
All right, get their money. Take their money. Emma?
Just Brian, when you're coming in as a starter or opener or whatever it ends up being, rather than coming out of the bullpen in the middle of the game, how does it just alter your approach, your mindset going into a game?
Yeah, I think just again, like all of the outings leading up throughout the years, I guess, it's kind of just been get outs. So whether that's in the first inning or the fourth, fifth, seventh, whenever it is, I think they've made it clear that your job's just to get outs, and then when they ask you to stop getting outs, that's when you stop. So going in tomorrow, be kind of the same situation. Just prep the same. I feel like I have a good routine to get me ready, and so that's what we'll do.
Adam, fourth row.
For Trevor and for Nick, how happy are you guys that there's an opener game in here? You had a number of those throughout the year. Like, are they fun days for the bullpen where you get behind one of your guys?
I mean, yeah, in a perfect world, the bullpen gets a little bit of a blow. goes a little bit deeper into the game. But I mean, it's the same objective. I mean, if whoever's in the game starts getting into trouble, the bullpen's going to be coming in and shutting it down. So, I mean, it's the same mindset. It's just maybe a little later.
Yeah, we got a lot of depth down there, and you know, for us to come in and just, you know, get our couple guys and pass it on to the next guy, it's going to be a fun game for us.
Sophia, first row.
Aaron, it was just 16 pitches for you yesterday. At what point did they have the conversation with you about opening tomorrow? And just, you know, physically, you've talked about that process of like how your body responds.
Yeah, they had mentioned it to me like 2 days ago, that there's maybe a possibility of it happening. So I kind of knew going in, and you know, obviously keeping yesterday somewhat short is helpful. Body feels good today, and it's kind of on that same, you know, day off throw. So it's kind of on the same schedule as most of the year's been. So yeah.
Todd, third row.
Trevor, Nick, this is your opportunity to kind of pump up Ash a little bit. He's a unique weapon out of the bullpen. He does a lot of different things. What, you know, from your vantage point, what kind of talent is he, and what does he bring to the team?
I mean, this dude, he's done what, like 4 innings for us this year at least. A couple 3-inning ones, even some saves, some big boy 3-inning saves. I mean, he's done a lot for us when he's posted up. You know, we couldn't be more happy with what this guy's done this year. Big taste.
It's nasty. I mean, sinker at 99 from up top up to 100. I mean, that's got to be uncomfortable for hitters. So.
216.
Glad he's on our team.
Right, third row. Kurt.
For Ash, we talked to Murph maybe at some point last month and just asked him about the workload with how much had been pitching since you came back, and he said, frankly, that you're the one asking him to put you in all the time. How have you responded both physically and then what's been the mental mindset to pitch so much and so often?
Yeah, I think part of it is we had a good workload last year. I mean, I think the bulk of it was in AAA, but it was starter innings. So I think getting my body conditioned last year for this year, I think is probably part of the reason why it doesn't feel like I've broken down much, I guess you could say. So I think, yeah, that workload from last year, and just I feel like typically throughout the season, I feel better as the season goes. Your body kind of adapts, the tissue adapts, and it kind of makes everything feel better. And I guess as far as the mental side of things, it's more for like I'm trying to save the bullpen in some scenarios. And I think I take a lot of pride in that and going out there and getting as many outs as I can. Knowing that the guys down there have been used a lot also. And I've always been, they're always, you know, asking me, hey, are you good? And so there's that communication there. And I think that the workload's been fine. Yeah.
Adam.
Kurt asked our first good question ever about Murph, no handshaking guys in the foul line intros. The way that you guys line up there, have you been like stonewalled by Murph in those settings? And the first time, were you wondering why, like what in the world was happening?
We're in the bullpen, so they throw us on the line and call the starters down, and we never see Murph. He just goes straight to home plate.
It's true. Murph's been doing that for like the past, since I've been here. So I've just like, that's who Murph is to me. Like it's funny. I think we all get a kick out of it, and it's not making it about him. So, yeah.
First row, Sophia.
Nick, for you, I mean, you came in with obviously a good lead yesterday, but was there anything about pitching in the postseason last year that just helped you feel more comfortable, more familiar just in the environment, you know, taking them out? And then Trevor, for you, obviously not a save situation, but was there any part of you that was like, I want to get in just to get an inning, or do you know, physically just to get out there, or were you like, save the bullets for when you need them?
Do you want to go first?
Go ahead.
I mean, we discussed earlier in that day that it was kind of looking early for me, either me or Ash, depending on where we were in the lineup. Offense obviously took care of business early, and the game plan kind of shifted a little bit. And I think the way they ran it yesterday was very good. So I'll take the blow. Why not?
And with the postseason last year, it was definitely a good experience to get my feet wet for this year, to make a deep run in the playoffs. So, I mean, it was definitely a confidence booster to prove to myself that I could do it at that point in the year. And, yeah, just build on it.
Any last questions?